Hey guys, Emre from High Ground here. So Ratchet and Clank for the PS4 will be receiving a patch for the PS4 Pro, and Insomniac has confirmed that the game will be running at a 4K resolution. However, the game will not be receiving any sort of frame rate improvements. Insomniac's community manager James Stevenson has explained, the game is designed to run at a locked 30, so making frame rate changes was never in the clouds. Sorry. The engine tech was developed on our current stuff first and then reported it back here. When people considered this a limitation in the game's engine, he responded by saying, yeah, our engine is certainly capable of high frame rates. See our Oculus titles at 90. That said, Ratchet's utilization and optimization of the PS4 hardware was dialed in for a locked 30, so the effort to re-architect that would be gigantic. Now look, I really was hoping that Ratchet and Clank for the PS4 would run at 60 frames per second on PlayStation 4 Pro, especially when all of the mainline Ratchet games did run at 60 FPS. Ever since the original all the way up to A Crack in Time, Insomniac always prioritized in frame rate. But now, it looks like they just really want to make the game look like a CGI Pixar film, that frame rate doesn't seem very important anymore. But I still am disappointed that the game is not 60 FPS, because 30 FPS, to be honest, with every game I've played at 30 FPS, feels sluggish to me. And I was really hoping with this PS4 Pro, Sony would emphasize more on frame rate, but they're not. Maybe I would be singing a different tune if I did have a 4K monitor or a 4K television, but to me, what really makes a game look and feel better is the frame rate. And 60 FPS games have always felt better for me. And I know their excuse is that the game's engine was designed to run the game at a locked 30 while utilizing the original PlayStation 4's hardware. But to Insomniac, I gotta ask you, you should have known that Sony was working on the PS4 Pro, a mid-generation upgrade. You should have been ready for the PS4 Pro. This game was in development since 2014. And Mike Cerny himself has said that the development for the PS4 Pro started way back in February 2014, right around the time the PS4 had first launched. I mean, I'm sure you may have not got the dev kits back then for the PS4 Pro, but you should have at least optimized the game's engine to allow it to be 60 FPS, so it can be ready for future hardware. And you even say that your engine is designed to run at higher frame rates. You give an example by telling us to look at your other Oculus VR games. So I don't understand why you can't get this game to run at 60 FPS. I know I'm saying 60 FPS a lot in this video, but I don't care. This is a 60 FPS video. Actually, you know what? I know why you can't get this game to run at a higher frame rate. It's because the PS4 Pro is still way too underpowered to run games at 4K and 68 frames per second. Because you say you're aiming for a 2160p here, which is true 4K resolution, and the PS4 Pro cannot handle 60 FPS at that resolution. That's the real reason. That's why you can't get it to run at high frame rates. Now look, I know I may be the only person in the world who's demanding for higher frame rate for this new Ratchet game, which is not even a true sequel to Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time. It's still a spin-off game. But it just bothers me because all of the original Ratchet games on PS2 were 60 FPS. Ratchet Tools of Destruction and A Crack in Time were 60 FPS. It just makes the game feel and play a lot better. Like, why not give the option at least? Like, do what Tomb Raider is doing. The game Tomb Raider is giving players the option to play at 60 frames per second at 1080p, 4K, 30 FPS, or some ultra setting. Why don't you do that? I just know you can get this game to run at 60 frames per second. You even say your engine is capable of higher frame rates with other games. So you saying that the game is locked at 30 FPS and that it will take way too many resources to get it to 60 to optimize the engine is preposterous, I'm sorry. And I want all the developers out there to understand that we, the consumers, we care more about frame rate than resolution. I want all the first party and second party or third party developers out there to prioritize more in frame rate. Look at Respawn, what they did with Titanfall 2. On consoles, it runs silky smooth. They compromised some of the resolution, they did dynamic resolution, and the game not only feels great, it looks great. Frame rate makes games look cleaner, period. But anyway, please let me know what you think. Please tell me in the comment section below. Does frame rate, is it really that important for you? I mean, for me, I'm fine with the game the way it is, but it's just, you buy a PS4 Pro expecting better performance, but you see a developer like Insomniac and Sony themselves emphasizing on the wrong aspects, such as resolution, when frame rate, in my opinion, should be prioritized more in the industry. Anyway, I'm Emre from High Ground, signing out.